You're in a familiar place. Not in the bed that Snake practically had to drag you into. No, you're in the cockpit of your mech.
How did I get here?
You don't remember.
Oh.
Stop sleepwalking, bitch.
Snake, your perspective is that Zayden woke up, was pretty grumbly. Must have been somewhat hungover. They didn't seem really much of a conversation. And the two of you just got ready to go, pretty much.
Oh, so I'm also in the cockpit of my mech?
Oh yeah, you're running diagnostics check. You have an expanded compartment installed where Otacon is hanging out.
Otacon and all of his computers.
Oh yes, got extra computers now. And the that period of downtime lasted a couple of weeks, about 2, 3 weeks. Those raiders, pirates, whoever they were, the bugs, egregorians, whatever you'd like to call them, haven't been seen in a very long time. Just as all of you are getting ready to go on a patrol with some of the local
Fisherman?
militia, Otacon detects a comm chain being hailed, open comm channel being hailed from an unknown source. Comm protocol doesn't match patience and their method of communication. And when Otacon takes a look at it to make sure it's not, potentially hazardous, flips on cognito hazard films and everything like that. No, it's not necessarily that this is a malicious transmission. The comm protocol for whoever's trying to establish connection with you is at least several centuries old.
Old tech.
Incredibly old tech. Like a miracle it even interfaces with your mech old tech. Question is, do you answer the call?
It's the verdict, Otacon. Does it seem safe?
Doesn't look bad to me.
Already emergency response as soon as if it does something. I'm going to answer it.
But whatever this is, it's coming from something really old. I doubt I doubt it's going to be much of a problem.
Systems you control? Probably not. And Snake just kind of reaches up to his codec on his vest and he clicks the switch on it. What am I hearing from the call currently? Oh, he's been muted.
His parents might have gone in the room.
That's what I figured. Oh, music. Time to get to work. Gummy bear.
Sorry, I was talking this whole time. You just hear static over comms.
Just static.
Static, and
Nothing else?
eventually a voice picks up. A voice that has sort of a heavy accent to it. Hello? Hello?
Hello, hello.
Is this thing on or no?
Is that fucking Larry?
Receiving you.
Not Larry. I wish it was Larry. It's not Larry.
I I am receiving you.
Oh! Oh, you are! Oh, that's very good. Oh, wait, what's the protocol for this? Over. That's right. Are you hearing me? Over.
I am. Are you talking on a CB radio?
No. Wouldn't you like to know?
We generally don't
That's
say over unless it's a CB radio.
that's none of your business, Over. Anyway,
He's talking on a CB radio.
I would be rude like you if I did not introduce myself. My name is Detal. Detal Ordo. Spell that?
The
My
tall
name,
water.
Detal Ordo. You are John. No?
I am.
Good. And your other friend is Zayden. No?
That's right.
Also, Zayden, you're assumed to be patched into this call as well, so you can communicate
Zane's
too.
fucking tweaking out right now. So,
Right over there with the head in the hands, like, how did I get
bro,
here?
Zane is tweaking. Zane cannot be any help in
Very
this right
good.
now. Zane is tweaking
Very
the
good.
fuck out.
I am Tal Ordo, as I said. I am leader of the Hive Home. Specifically the Hive Home detachment of Rangers that you may or may not have already familiarized yourself with.
Are these the people we've been fighting?
That wouldn't be a terrible guess. I would like to extend an apology. My I am good friends with the higher ups here. But just because that is, does not mean that I am involved in their decision making process. It was not my choice to launch these attacks against Evergreen. It would not have been my choice. A complete waste of resources and of good, honest men and women.
Why exactly are you guys so fixated on trying to take over Evergreen?
Take over. And you hear her starting to laugh. Why the hell would we want to do that? No. No. You can keep your. Sorry. Sorry. Not nice. My apologies. No, your hole in the ground colony is of no interest to us. No, we thought you were. Well, I'll get more into that later. Your robots, the metal people. We thought you were working with the machine, which would have been a problem. But you're not working with the machine, insofar as our data has suggested.
That's not ominous at all.
Exactly, you define as the machine.
The machine? Given the fact that you are a mech pilot, I would assume you would know what a machine is.
Not a machine.
I know, I kid. We call it the machine. It turns those robots that you use as servants into soldiers and sends them out to scour the countryside and murder people. We have been dealing with them for a very long time. We thought your little colony was an outpost. Obviously, it is not.
When we first got here, those group of farming droids and that big fucker that we fought, they were just machines being controlled, weren't they? Like, there was no pilot in that drone.
Correct. They definitely weren't being controlled by the people on that farm.
I think I know what you're referencing.
Oh, you do?
When we first touched down here, we found a farm being attacked by a mech and some drones. They weren't being controlled by people.
Yes. Good. Then you have met our common foe. The machine is an insidious bastard and has been around for longer than I have been alive. I take it you must have questions for me. I am willing to provide answers within reason. Me calling you is actually an act that borders on insubordination. Were I not friends with so many people that were so high up, I would probably be thrown in prison for this. But I think there's an opportunity for a partnership here. So please, consider me an open book, John and Zayden.
Do you have any idea exactly where this machine is centered?
That is a good question. We have been too busy, preoccupied with dealing with the outcroppings of the machine as they've been coming up to deduce where exactly its source is. But, well, we could figure that out if we work together, no?
Let me just get my placement of your group correct. Are you the ones that had that sniper taking shots at Evergreen?
Ah, yes. Thing. Yes, that was one of ours.
Gotcha.
He did not come back from that mission. I assume you killed him. Or is he still alive?
He killed himself.
Oh. That is a shame. He was one of our best. Well, regardless, War is war. I do not hold it against you if you did, in fact, kill him. Well, that is a lie. I do, but we have more pressing concerns. Now, I don't know how much longer I can huddle next to this piece of garbage radio. So you can ask me a couple more questions, and then I give you coordinates to meet.
Delaney, I need your help here. What should I ask this guy?
Uh,
You're involved in this game too.
oh. Uh. I don't know. How do we even know we can trust this motherfucker? He could be lying straight out of his ass for all we know.
Either way, the
Ask,
story
does he
progresses
have
right
any
there.
proof? Ask if he has any proof. Any proof of his claim.
How the fuck do I word this? So you say you're fighting against this machine.
Yes.
Is it just because that it's a machine controlling machines? How long
No.
have you been here fighting this machine?
How long have I already told you, machine has been around longer than I've been alive. HUC has been fighting it for God knows how long. Probably longer. We've been doing a good job at keeping tabs on it so far, but something has kicked in and it is going out of control.
I mean, it is a machine. Probably has a virus running somewhere.
Sure, yes, virus and machine, whatever. This conversation is going nowhere. Do you have any actually relevant questions for me? I do not mean to sound like dickhead, but please understand the position that I am in.
I don't know what relevant questions to ask, dude.
Okay, fine. Well, I guess this was all for nothing then. I should not have listened to that idiot who recommended it, whatever.
I mean, you said you wanted to meet.
Yes,
Who's
we
the
will
other
meet
fuck ass
eventually.
radio?
You will be seeing me soon. And if you get in contact with that Omen bastard, tell him that you were a horrible recommendation to speak with.
You're not exactly peachy yourself, comrade.
We are not
What
fucking
the
comrades, first of all.
What
Second
the
of all,
fuck?
okay, this conversation is going absolutely nowhere. Look, I have but one piece of advice for you. Look to your machines. We are not your enemy anymore. And then the transmission ends.
Did you get any useful information from that blather of a fucking conversation I was on?
Honestly, not really.
I felt like I was in fucking Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes talking to the DARPA chief. Not the DARPA chief, not the black guy. The fucking big fat dude. Delaney watched me play that part. He's laying against the wall, and Snake gets so fed up with the conversation he's having. He pulls his fucking gun and points it to the dude's head.
Well, that person, whoever they were, mentioned the HUC and something about a place called Hive Home. I have the entire conversation recorded. We could ask Patience.
He also said Omen, which I'm assuming that's who gave me my mech back, considering, and O.
That would make sense.
Is Omen the person that woke me up, or do I not know Omen?
You haven't met Omen yet.
Gotcha.
Before you get a chance to discuss anything further, another transmission comes through. Priority transmission from Patience.
God.
They're calling you to their office.
I'm on Otacon. Come on, Zayden.
And Zayden, you snap back to reality. And as the both of you are making your way out, sort of keeping your mechs on and just passing through the colony, as you're looking around, it's a completely different scene, Snake, from when you entered it this morning. Subalterns, work drones, anything automated seems to be going haywire. The drones or the bodies of the subalterns or the individual robots with their small tasks like stacking bricks or sorting plant material, all of them seem to be slowly drifting away from the people that are handling them, much to the frustration of their owners. And they're all sort of starting to move in the same direction towards the east end of town. And before you get a chance to look into this further, Patience hails you again on another priority transmission. They sound stressed and they demand you in their office now.
Yeah, we're fucking coming. Guess we keep going.
And you get to the patient's council chambers and sit down in those leather chairs, which the both of you have only sat in once before when you first met Dogcatcher. And Patience squints as they look at both of you. Now, last I remember, there were more than two of you.
Know what you have at the moment. So you're gonna have to work.
Just sort of sigh and sit back. All of the walls in the council chambers are displaying satellite survey data of Hercynia. Green and white light fills the room as if you're standing atop a platform that rests above the world. It's kind of nauseating as you adjust to it. And they start tapping on their desk, their finger tapping, but not making any noise. There is a broadcast signal. That's been a bit of a thorn in my side lately. Wherever it is coming to me from across the ocean. And you see them sort of sort through satellite images and sort of fake zoom in on something to get a better look as their facsimile eyes are playing over these projected slivers of the world at large. As I said, I am blind to its specific location. But I think it's somehow, possibly, connected to those errant machines you found at that farm you crash landed at. And they pull up another image and move it in front of all the other images, showing all of you having crash landed at that farm and immediately engaging in a firefight. Obviously, pre-recorded footage from a eye in the sky that you didn't notice while in the heat of combat.
Are you aware of the pressing issue you have in your lungs?
Oh, trust me, I'm aware. I'm plenty aware. All my workforce is currently marching east. That's my problem. And I bet it's that same damn signal.
Sense to me.
My apologies. Connected to those machines you found at that farm, and I believe it's grown in intensity through first reported at my eastern boundary. And they sort of slide their chair back and move away from the image, and all four of the walls simultaneously snap to a new image as you see a depiction of hundreds of subalterns and drones drifting away from Evergreen's walls, having evidently left the confines of the colony and making their own wayward errant journey. I cannot for the life of me seem to grasp it, but this signal seems to be a repeat of some kind, a loop of super compressed data constantly being broadcasted day in, day out. Sort of start snapping their fingers, sort of in a rhythmic fashion. Now, this has been going on for the last couple of months. I've been worried about it for the last couple of months, but I've had other duties to attend to. I thought at first it could have been some error in my own cognition, maybe an artifact of my distribution. Patient clones, with a small number of us, are prone to enter in little loops like this. But this sound does not issue from my own liturgy code. It does not issue from myself. It comes from somewhere else entirely. So that can't be the answer. And Patience Attache, you've met her very briefly. You got her name as Adina. She enters the council room and she seems to be carrying a folder. And as she comes in and the door closes, you hear a commotion from outside as there seems to be a large crowd of people outside the council chambers. She nods at Patience, and then she nods at both of you. Patience begins the conversation by asking, "How bad is it?" And she picks up, "Our last observer's report." And she starts sort of thumbing through a stack of papers that she has printed and neatly organized. Up 4, orienting around the egress. Advise minimal engagement, prioritize defense of Evergreen. She then slides a slim report on the conference table. We have to rely on runners on the account of the signal's interference, so that report is at least 2 hours old. And Patience sort of quickly glances at the stack of papers and then nods. Fine. See the militia to the walls, and see to it that we keep up that observation. I want that 2 hours down to hour or hour 30. And then she starts again. I have other non-critical reports if you... Nope, that will be all. And there's a bit of silence for a moment. Sir, the other thing? And Patience just slides back in their chair, sort of slumps down in their chair and pinches the bridge of their nose. You're scheduled, sir, for cycling. I am aware. 2 days at most, and then you're back. The city will be here when you return. We're perfectly capable of our own defense. Patience gets up from their chair and sort of leans forward against the table with all the documents splayed out across it. No more than 2 days. Are you sure about that? Two at the outside, though more likely a period of 12 to 13 hours. That's what the engineers say. Patience nods. Schedule it to begin this evening. I want some time to activate more subalterns and play out the scenarios in your reports. Then he waves his assistant away and turns back to the rest of you. As for you two, print what you need before nightfall. You have access to my command and communications with Commander Adura's approval to prepare whatever countermeasures that you can utilize as you see fit. Unless you have any questions for me, you two are dismissed.
If I may.
Shoot.
It doesn't seem like activating more subalterns is going to do anything for you other, feed them to the machine.
Huh. How about you leave the complexities of running a colony to me, and I'll leave the destroying and taking apart metal to you.
Whatever
We
you
both
say.
got our jobs. Let's see to it that we get them done for the good of the colony.
Whatever. I'm on Zayden. Let's get to work.
Zayden's just been quiet this entire time. Poor fucking guy.
Zayden does not like patience. Zayden does not want to say a word to this fucker. If he wanted to say something, he would have tried to communicate it to not boss, Snake.
Yeah. I guess we're gonna leave. Because, Patience being a dickhead.
And I posted a quest in the Foundry.
Ooh, quest. Details floodgate.
That
Patience
scared
wants to
the
investigate.
shit out of me, by the way, Joseph. I thought something had just popped up on my computer saying that something was wrong. I was like, fuck!
I think all of you are owners of this mission as well, so you guys can actually write notes in here if you wanted to.
Where would we see the mission?
As in, where would you access it, or what?
You popped it up in Foundry. Can we access it in Foundry?
Yes. You go to the journal tab, and then all the way down at the bottom it says quest log.
Oh, I see.
And then it should be under available quests. You should hit the
How do
play
we-
button on it to set it as in progress.
Where the play button at?
It should be over on the right side. It should be in available quests.
I mean, it's unavailable. I just don't see them. Oh, wait. Yeah, there's no play button. It's just 0 out of 1 on my available quest tab. And then I click into it.
I like to read
Here we
it
go.
then.
Now it's in progress. I suppose since we're taking the night to fabricate shit and get ready to go, we just kind of, I guess we get back to the hangar and Snake just kind of looks at Otacon. Is there anything you can do to isolate the signal of Evergreen, so at least they're not running around without communications.
Well, that would require that would require more infrastructure than I think we currently have access to. That signal that they mentioned. I thought I heard something myself when we first arrived, but I just assumed that it was, well, background radiation or some dying signal from an old war installation. I just tuned it out, really. I didn't think it was that serious.
I'm assuming that Signal's whole thing is it feeds itself to machines over and over again. And pretty much works like hypnotism takes over coding.
I'll see what I can do, but I'm going to need to prioritize my own defenses if it's affecting even an NHP like patients.
I'm less concerned about it affecting the subalterns that they have here, and I was mostly just trying to get their comms back up. So them running around is gonna get them killed.
Well, comms seem to be fine. Patience was able to communicate with us earlier, after all. I don't think it's that. I think it's more like Patience said. The signal is being broadcasted from somewhere eastward.
Let's get to work then.
Alrighty. You guys will have time for basically another full repair before this mission starts. If you guys would like to change anything around on your mechs, now is the time to do it.
I cannot think of anything to change on my mech. I've got fists, I've got a gun.
Are we getting into something big?
Yes.
How long is that gonna take?
Um, that depends on how fast you guys go on your turns.
Okay.
It's okay. Hopefully we won't have to play fucking peekaboo this game.
I
Mm.
don't know about that one, fam.
Well, in any case, you guys all set up?
I guess.
G.
If you're ready, then. I'll set the scene here in a moment.
It's not like you can remove a weapon from me. I always have my claws. You can't break those.
That sounds rather targeted, my friend. I'm not doing it on purpose.
I'll be right
No,
back.
I'm just saying, like, so I replaced a thing that would make it so I could I'd be able to insta recover a broken weapon for the cockpit, like the extra cockpit room. And I was like, I get my shit broken a bit. And so I was like, maybe this would be helpful. And then I swapped it out and I was like, I don't actually have to worry about my weapons getting broken if I go loud. So it was less targeted, more like I always have a weapon because those hands can't be broken unless my mech is destroyed. I will always have the power to throw hands. So how are we gonna go about my pistol working, Joe?
It is a pilot weapon, so you'd only be able to use it when you're dismounted.
But if, I mean more so like the whole thing about it, because the idea behind it was that it can put mechs and people to sleep.
You'll have to test it out in the field first to get a feel for how it works.
Okay. Just run up on some poor motherfucker and shoot him in the back of the head.